Enter the new Prime Minister, because now we know there will be no contest. Theresa May was launching her campaign this morning, but events would move faster.
She is strong, she is competent, she's more than able to provide the leadership that our country is going to need in the years ahead, and she will have my full support. Obviously, with these changes, we now don't need to have a prolonged period of transition, and so tomorrow I will chair my last cabinet meeting. On Wednesday, I will attend the House of Commons for Prime Minister's questions, and then after that, I expect to go to the Palace and offer my resignation, so we'll have a new Prime Minister in that building behind me by Wednesday evening.
He seemed happy with the way things had worked out.
Right.
Theresa May's sudden elevation followed the unexpected capitulation of the only other leadership candidate, Andrea Leadsom, who pulled out today.
The interests of our country are best served by the immediate appointment of a strong and well-supported Prime Minister. I am therefore withdrawing from the leadership election, and I wish Theresa May the very greatest success. I assure her of my full support.
No mention there of her disastrous handling of an interview with The Times at the weekend. In the tape of the interview, she appears to suggest that motherhood made her the better candidate.
You know, I mean, she possibly has nieces, nephews, you know, lots of people, but I have children who are going to have children who will directly be a part of what happens next.
Senior Tories opposed to her candidacy attacked her mercilessly for naivety. Her supporters admit that did play a big part in her decision to quit.
I think she was quite upset and distressed by the backlash arising from her Times interview. Some of the vitriol aimed at her, particularly within the parliamentary party. Some of my colleagues have not held back in being quite disobliging, to say the least.
Theresa May had begun the day setting out her plan to win over members of the party, with this being her key message.
Our country needs strong, proven leadership to steer us through this time of economic and political uncertainty and to negotiate the best deal for Britain as we leave the EU and forge a new role for ourselves in the world. Because Brexit means Brexit, and we're going to make a success of it.
And she's had the backing of Boris Johnson and Michael Gove. They led the campaign to leave the EU. Andrea Leadsom had beaten them to become the Leave candidate. A contest between her and Mrs May had offered the members of the Conservative Party the chance to have their say. They won't now.
It wasn't my personal choice, but that is where we are. And the reality is the party itself has decided that it had two women candidates, and I think Andrea has said that she doesn't feel that actually going on until the 9th of September would do anything to unite the country or unite the party, and we have a job to do to get Britain out of the European Union, which was the promise.
It's been an undignified exit for the last remaining champion of the Leave campaign. And now the path up Downing Street has been cleared for a new Prime Minister to enter number 10. Andy Bell, 5 News.